Dear Spider-Man, Gotham, and you Nazi Superman, I'm thinking down what's all this hype about. You spitting lyrics like your cities beat my cities out, but superheroes in my cities don't beat kitties up. Taking pictures like there's something to feel good about. Fuck you. I'll do you like I'm apples when I say that today. Kitty Genevieve still couldn't get away, cause you say that you're so motherfucking special and I'm gay, fuck's okay, but I'd rather be a goth fox anyway in LA. How can you continue inserting coins within you and mocking at this tattoo when you don't know the symbol? Not that I'm saying you could Jesus Christ, you watch Uncle my Christ, while almighty Dario and Higher, like nobody loves you cause you watch them down, thinking big as such a money build. Fertilizer flowers with all of the blood that's spilled. Tell us this is full of all the future kids you killed. You think you own it till it turns and you spit you out like this. U.S. Army, Navy, and the rest of the states got poison water for their families and the kids. You're writing out the laws enabling all of this. Do not be surprised to see another Uncle Chris. How can you continue to poison hearts of poor you with all the hatred you spew? Like what will we do to you? I let doctors in Central Park, sub nose at the dark box, second amendment for the militia to stop. Coming tools, bug a lot, mail, drubbing on, shooting, showing, shutting up. Mad cow, Ralph, line, not cleaning up. Now you kids be drinking from Ralphie's cups to start shooting, showing, shutting up. Cells of the daytime, mixing lines, kids be working overtime. Up in the state of WA, superheroes save the day. How can you continue inserting coins within you and mocking at this tattoo when you don't know the symbols? Thinking down what's all this hype about? Spitting lyrics like your cities beat my cities out. The superheroes in my cities don't beat kitties up. Taking pictures like there's something to feel good about. Fuck you. Aloha. Bonsoir. Hello. Or Bon Tom Sawyer, as the English say. I'm totally stoked about the movement and the case I'm concerned with right now. I'm also stoked about the cosmonauts and the space station being back home. Some monkeys never came back from their missions. Sometimes I have nightmares what I think of past life experiences about sneezing when I'm using the toilet and floating poop. But I digress. Some people have said that I'm a cult, but I want to set the record straight. I'm actually more like a corporate entity registered in several countries as Caleb Lawrence McGillivary for all you grammatical sticklers. I'm a strong proponent of self-determination. Case in point, I'm being railroaded by an unjust, cult-like legal system, ironically enough. So I filed a federal civil rights lawsuit because I believe so strongly in equality and liberty. I encourage anyone who wants to be a hero in a legal way to file federal civil rights lawsuits with John and Jane Doe as co-plaintiffs to get immediate and permanent injunctions against fracking, offshore drilling, media monopolies, water table pollution, corporate factory farming, major air polluters, and lynch law-like law enforcement practices. See? Look, I illiterate bachelor too. Get it? An eligible bachelor? I recommend reading Cross-Examination Science and Techniques by Larry Posner and Roger Dodd to learn how to develop strategy and tactics for drafting effective complaints. And reading up on procedure online before you start. But once you're ready, download or print off the procedural guide for pro se litigants from your local U.S. District Court website and get started on sticking it to the man. I've got a few ideas in mind for when I get out, or whenever. I'd appreciate your input on the following 4 proposed movements. Movement 1, eliminate, get it, movement? Racial profiling in registries and law enforcement by recognizing everybody's race as human and having optional declared subcultures like Native American, Irish American, Hindu American, and amend Constitutional Amendment 13 to stop modern slave drivers from using ghettos as cattle lots. And also, remove racist language against Indians in the United States Constitution, because I'm sure India is full of 1.5 billion good Indians who don't appreciate it. Movement 2. Create a buffalo corridor from Canada to Mexico across the Great Plains. Get it? Buffalo Soldier? By raising train tracks and highways at designated crossing points and relocating inhabitants of affected areas in a fair and just manner, or permit them to integrate into tribal culture instead of running them off. Then form an alliance of native and tribes and locals to readjust the remaining bison to their original migration habits over the course of several buffalo generations. Designate tribal authorities roughly representative of ancestral latitudes with tribal council governments and tribal police subject to federal jurisdiction so as not to weaken or undermine national democracy or security of state, which potentially exists in America. Movement 3. Create several salmon corridors on the west coast along the same vein as Proposition 2, but with tribal authorities roughly representative of ancestral river lengths, undamming rivers, and using Dutch technology instead. West? Virgin West? Wisdom! Sophia, West Virginia! Derp. Movement 4. Establish quotas for wildlife harvesting in reserved areas that would be sustainable and equitable. And mandate that all wildlife harvested be fully utilized and respected in the native way most representative of the ancestors of the local tribal authorities. Yay, haggis! It always feels good to have a movement when you haven't had one in a while. So instead of becoming an hero by drinking Kool-Aid from Flint, Michigan, or inhaling car exhaust to wean yourself off of cigarettes, or God forbid making an hero out of your children by feeding them speed called Ritalin or Adderall, we could be heroes. Ooh. I mean, back in the day, the sheriff used to punish criminals for poisoning the well. Well, I guess today, everyday Americans have to do it ourselves. So everybody, grab your pens and a piece of paper and write the following message to those responsible for letting it happen. Yankee Oscar Uniform, Alpha Romeo Echo, Sierra Oscar Foxtrot Alpha, Kilo India November Golf, Whiskey Echo, Tango Oscar Delta Delta, Delta India Delta. Hey, be very, very quiet no more. I look forward to the time when everybody realizes that racism is going the way of the dodo in America, where religious people are no longer ashamed of their issues and putting in the Lord's hands what bothers them. Longtime supporters will redneck-nakednize my love of Corvettes and chicks, and I think the 25 Ravens would protect children and mothers in inner-city playgrounds if more young thugs followed the native way and became braised. Hey, speaking of witches, this gnarly video called crowboarding on YouTube that you should check out. It's proof of other intelligent life in our solar system, utilizing technology. We could even say that two intelligent beings named Hugin and Moonin have been incarcerated their whole lives without trial in the Tower of London. Maybe America could spearhead a campaign for free hugs and monies. That's something everybody can enjoy. Well, I hope you loathe. Hopefully the Chololos will stop calling people a cult for being intelligent, or just coin Telpro as new slur word and go back to playing Mortal Kombat Ultra. Aloha. Whoopsies. Friendship. No, but seriously. Make aloha pumehana. Hawaii for Hawaiian.